Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be reading from a subreddit, so let's jump into it. Am I the butthole where my roommate ate all my groceries and said that's what sharing means? My roommate and I are both 23-year-old females who live in a one-bedroom apartment. We are both working full-time jobs and we're going to school part-time. She is studying to become a vet, and I am studying to become a dental hygienist. Our rent is about $1,200 per month, and utilities run us about $200 per month. So our total is about $1,400 per month. Her parents pay for her portion of the rent and utilities, while I pay for my portion as well as groceries for both of us. Usually, I spend about $300 per month on groceries. We do have some stuff in common, but it's nothing crazy like toothpaste or toilet paper. Just a few items here and there. When I moved in, she had a lot of spices that I didn't see myself using, so I didn't buy them. But she also didn't ask me if I wanted to split the cost of them. I was happy to split it with her because I knew I would end up using them. She also has a lot of kitchen utensils that I don't own, things like spatulas and measuring cups and bowls and stuff like that. We share those items. I don't really cook, so I just use her stuff when I need to. Now this is the problem. She will come home from work earlier than me, so sometimes I'll get home and my food will be gone. But when I ask her about it, she says that she was hungry and that she assumed that she could eat my food since we share everything else. I told her that I don't mind splitting food with her, but you can't just assume that I'm okay with it. You have to ask first, and I will always say yes. This past weekend, I went out of town to visit my family, and when I got back, almost all of my food was gone. I only had 2 apples left, and a few other things like condiments. I confronted her about it, and she said that she was getting tired of me leaving food that she couldn't eat, and that she was doing me a favor by eating it. She said that it was unfair that she had to watch my food go bad in the fridge because I never ate it. I explained to her that 1, I eat every single thing that I buy. I don't let food go bad. And 2, even if I did leave food in the fridge, she still wouldn't be able to eat it because we have different dietary needs. For example, I cannot eat pork or shellfish, and I try to avoid beef and chicken as much as possible. She's an avid hunter and fisherman. Whenever she goes hunting or fishing, she brings home whatever she caught or shot, and she cooks it and eats it whenever she wants. She says that I should just suck it up and deal with it, because I'm the one who chose to move in with her. I told her that no, she is the one who chose to move in with me. She found my ad on Facebook Marketplace and reached out to me. I could have easily said no and found someone else, but I chose her. I didn't know at the time that she was going to be so inconsiderate. We ended up arguing, and she stormed off and hasn't spoken to me since. Yesterday, I bought a bunch more groceries, and I put a sticky note on the door with her name on it, saying that these are mine and do not eat them. When I got home last night, I noticed that she took the sticky note down and ate some of my things again. That's why I posted this Reddit post. I asked people if I'm the butthole for telling her that she can't eat my food anymore and for putting a sticky note on the door. People responded to this saying that I am the butthole because we share everything else. So that's why I decided to make this video. I think she's taking advantage of you. She lives with you, so she probably feels like she can kind of take your stuff. Well, yeah, you do live together, but I think it's important to establish boundaries with people when you're living with them. Like, this is your stuff and this is my stuff. Let me explain something. When you are living with somebody, it is very important to set boundaries and to respect each other's stuff. If you live with a roommate or a partner or anybody really, you want to make sure that you are respecting their boundaries. And that means asking before you borrow or use anything that doesn't belong to you. So I think it's great that you're recognizing that it's important to set boundaries and to respect each other's stuff. It's important to communicate openly and honestly with your roommate about your needs and expectations, and that includes things like food. It's totally okay to say, hey, these are my groceries, and I would appreciate it if you didn't eat them without asking me first. You also have the right to say no if you don't want to share your food with your roommate, and it's not selfish to do so. Everyone has different dietary needs and preferences, and you don't want to be stuck eating food that you don't want to eat. At the same time, it's also important to be respectful of your roommate's needs and preferences, so be willing to compromise when possible. Maybe you can agree to share some common foods like spices or oil and salt and pepper, but also have some boundaries around your own food. Also, if you notice that your roommate is taking your food without asking, it's important to address it right away. Don't let it build up and cause resentment. Have an honest conversation with your roommate about it. It might be uncomfortable at first, but it's better to address it sooner rather than later. Ultimately, living with a roommate is about finding a balance between respecting each other's boundaries and being considerate of each other's needs. It takes communication, compromise, and a willingness to be flexible. But by following these tips, you can help make sure that you have a positive living experience with your roommate. Your roommate's behavior is completely unacceptable. It's important to remember that just because you share a living space with someone does not give them the right to take your things without your permission. It's not okay for her to eat your food or to take your stuff without asking you first. If she's hungry, she should buy her own food or cook her own meals. It's not your responsibility to constantly have food available for her to eat. It's not nice to assume that because you share some things like kitchen utensils, that she has the right to take your things. Also, it's not okay to criticize the way that you choose to live your life. Just because she likes to hunt and fish and eat those things doesn't mean that you have to do the same. You have your own dietary needs and preferences, and you should be respected. You should feel comfortable in your own home without worrying about your things being taken without your permission. If she continues to take your food or disregard your boundaries, then it may be time to find a new roommate. You deserve to live in a place where you feel respected and comfortable. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that entitled people story. If you did, please leave a like. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.